I don't have no time to be.
When you hear this song, that's how you know I'm going through something.
Yeah.
It's Friday night and I'm sitting here by myself, just chilling out. I've had some shit go on in my personal life this week. I usually like to go out and like see friends, go to a bar, and I'm just like, it's a new year. Like, I just need a breather right now, you know? Sometimes you need to just give in to that feeling. Like, you know what? Maybe today is just gonna be a chill day. Yes, I break my spaghetti. I don't care if that pisses y'all off. This is my house. I was listening to this podcast today and it was talking about ruminating thoughts. Like, you know, when you have anxiety and you keep rethinking about stuff and like running it into the ground, like beating a dead horse, like thinking every possible scenario. Like, I struggle with that a lot. But one thing it said that resonated with me was, is this turning into like a self-help channel? I don't even care. This is just kind of where I'm at mentally, and like maybe it'll go somewhere. But like one of the things it said was like suffering is pain plus resistance. I'm like, damn, let me take one of those off the table. Let me take resistance off the table. So I'm done resisting and I'm just gonna chill and be lonely and play my sad girl playlist. And honestly, it's funny how now that I've like done this and I started cooking and I took a shower and I called my friend, like, now I feel like actually pretty happy. I'm gonna eat me a fat bowl of pasta, trust. Sometimes when I get alone time like this, it's good because I get bored. And then it's like, well, what do I do to entertain myself? And I have all of these like relaxing hobbies. I mean, I could doom scroll or like binge Netflix, and sometimes I survive. But a lot of times I'll read, I'll paint, I'll have time to cook something more elaborate. This is literally not elaborate at all. Matter of fact, why did I even say that? But sometimes if I have all the ingredients on hand or if I have time to even go to the grocery store, it's like, yes, I can get into all my little habits or hobbies. One of those things I've been thinking about for 2024 is like, I want to really nurture those hobbies. Because I mean, a hobby is something that no one can take away from you. Like, it can comfort you. It can be a solo endeavor. A hobby can help you meet people who also like that hobby. A hobby can be something like you get better at over time. Like, it can be painting, it can be reading. But the ones that I'm thinking specifically about that like in my heart I low-key wanted but I hadn't actually pursued. Oh, hold on. It's playing like a banger Drake song. I gotta turn this to something sad. Hey, yay, Free Smoke. I love that shit. Anyway, the hobbies I'm trying to get into is one, while I'm living in Colorado, snowboarding, obviously. Running, I wanna do a half marathon. I don't like running. I like the feeling of the runner's high after the running, but I wanna be able to say I did a half marathon. I don't care if the process isn't enjoyable. I just wanna do it. The other one is still painting. Like, I'm on level 0 of being level 2 of painting, but I want to actually like sit down and get into it, and that takes just like devoted time. I've taken a class before and I would love to take another class. They're just like expensive, and the timing of like when I want to start one versus when one is starting, it doesn't always align. But I have this one friend who said she wanted to do it with me, so that's good. And then also just more reading. Like, I want more slow form entertainment. Like, I want to read things and just like get into shit. I want to get into a book. Like, I want to be able to like focus my attention on something for a long term. And like, reading is, oh my God, like, it's so underrated. I feel like no one like in their early 20s or younger is reading anymore, but like, it's such an underrated hobby. And like, you can get into characters really deep, like more than you would from watching something low key, because it's all in your own imagination. Like, there's some nice like world building and escapism involved in it. Also, you can read to like learn things. I read a lot of like nonfiction. I read a lot of like psychology books. I read a lot of like stuff about that, which always ends up being like weirdly rewarding by how it comes up in my adult life, because I'm like applying shit from all these random like nonfiction books I've read. Anyway, let me go cook.
The day we grasp in truth.
And I think I got enough sleep for the first time in weeks. And I woke up and I said the damnedest thing. I want to go on a run. This is my shit, hold on. Okay, enough. I never feel good enough to go on a run, okay? I never get the urge to go on a run, right? But I was thinking, like, how cool and cute and like good would it feel to go on a little run, get a sweat, get around outside, take a shower, and then get changed. And then after that, I have to go this afternoon to coach my 7th grade girls basketball team, which that always makes me feel like happy because it's just such a wholesome thing. They're just sweet girls and like, I'm cheering for them. Like, I love it so much. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna sit here and go on a run. I think sometimes one of my ways of coping and like when I'm down and stuff is I think about like the feeling state I wanna be in that would feel good. So for example, like the act of running itself, like I don't find particularly enjoyable. Like it's cold outside, like it's 30 degrees in Denver right now. But I know that afterwards, the runner's high and like the shower and like the getting the coffee and then going to the game, like that's gonna feel really good. That's gonna make me feel really good about myself. That feeling state that comes is like really positive. Oh, I love it. So there's a balance. Like, you know, last night it's like, I'm giving into my like moping feelings. Like I'm giving into my depressed era, like not depressed, but just like you're feeling down. So you just kind of give in and you have a cozy night in, like, and it feels good to not like resist like the way that your body feels or the way that your mind feels. So now that I've given myself that time to like chill, now my mind is like, all right, let's go get after something else. So like, let's do it. It's a beautiful sunny day. Let's get into it. And what I love the most is running or getting enough sleep is something that I can do that no one else can control. Something awful could happen to me, but if I want to go on a run, I can go on a run. And if I want to go to sleep and not go out, I can do that. So doesn't that feel good to have like control over certain parts of your life and like kind of gives you more resilience in the other parts when things do go bad, like you at least have these things that you can come back to. Oh, I'm preaching today. Come on, let's go running. I love this trail. We're fine. My thing with running is like, I'm not gonna stop. I can go as slow as I want, but I'm not stopping. So let's go. No mistake, I'll treasure a minute in a memory. Oh, jump scare. All right. I think I feel better. Just like getting in the sun and being around people, like the other people are running, like we're in the city, like that's camp. Like I love that. That's like a good vibe. But it does give you time to think. Unfortunately, against my will. Well, yes. I ran like 3 miles. It was at like a 9:30 pace, which is like not competitive at all. But I don't care. I just wanted to do the 3 miles. I have to fight the inner college athlete in me who wants to be good at everything I take on and just be like, girl, relax. And it feels good to like be like, hey, I don't have to be the best at this. And in fact, nobody else is watching. Nobody even knows. Well, no, I told you guys, but the time I run has no consequence. It's more about the process and enjoying running than it is about the outcome of my time and what that says about me. So that's what I really gotta tap into. Now I can sit here and say all these things, but to really like believe it in my spirit, that's a whole different battle. But I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. Let's shower. Here's a Coach Claire fit check for y'all, okay? Come on now. It's literally, oh, I can't even get in the frame. Under Armour shoes. I got these Nike joggers from when I was in college. Got the Under Armour gear. I'm gonna put a hat on when my hair dries, but woo! I will say coaching these girls has brought a lot of joy into my life lately because it's just such an escape. And when I go in there, they're all like cute and smiling and like, hi Claire. And I just love how I can get out of my own head for those 2 practices and that 1 game on a Saturday. Like in those hours, like I'm completely Coach Claire. I'm a different person. And that kind of like separation and balance in my life is just so relaxing. And it's basketball. I grew up like, I played college basketball. Basketball feels like home to me. Like, oh, that's so corny. That was cute. Okay, let's go. We won. I haven't eaten the best lately. Been stressed out. I'm trying to get my shit together. Ooh. Ooh. Well, yes. Oh my fucking God. If your emotions are all over the place, you can at least have your blood sugar be steady by eating good, nutritious food and making your body feel good. Now, can I get an amen? Amen. Okay. I need some friends. At this point, I'm talking to a camera. Okay, anyway. It's 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, and I can't believe it, but we're up. We're going snowboarding.
Till infinity and beyond. Here it's like, here it's kinda like, here it's kinda like. Hey, I heard they got nice cars up in heaven. Free liquor out the bar in the brightest fucking stores up in heaven. Heard that you can chill, not worry about the police, not worry about someone fighting, cause everything's just a piece. Heard the streets paved with gold, the women all gorgeous. You just float, can't even feel where the floor is. I heard heaven got a brand new venue next to that restaurant, you love their menu. And everything free, so everyone cool. Look out any window, it's an incredible view. Everyone you speak to always telling you the truth, and it's only good shit when you getting all your news. Oh, I imagine that just a place that we can kick it, be happy.
I snowboarded my face off today, and the way I'm about to crush this chicken teriyaki fried rice combo. Oh my God, like, my apartment looks a mess, but my heart is full of joy. I love this part where I just sit on the couch and just talk my shit. Oh my God, thank God. No, I was listening to a podcast. This therapist said, I don't know it word for word, but the idea was that when we expect our happiness to come from outside ourselves, we're immediately set up and guaranteed to be unhappy. Isn't that funny? So you're like trying to get control of, you know, your feelings of satisfaction in your life by forcing it to be this way, forcing other people to fit these roles you want for them, forcing friends to show up for you in the way that you require them to, and same with your family. The gag is you will fail at that no matter what. The control that you seek is control of yourself, which was you had access to the whole time. Now, I can speak at lengths on this in connection to hobbies. People having hobbies, interests, pursuits that are completely unique to them, or like at least something that they do by themselves or as an interest that might not serve an economical purpose, it might not make them cooler, it might not like be productive, but it's just something you like doing. Could be productive, whatever. I have a strong opinion about like people who have hobbies and people who have a relationship to themselves. At one point in this video, I talked about how like having hobbies makes you a more interesting person. It reminded me, in time for a book rec, it reminded me of this book, The Defining Decade. Why your 20s matter and how to make the most of them now. Oh wow, yeah, like I get it. It seems like kind of like corny, oh shit, a self-help book, boo hiss. But no, it was actually really insightful. I think I'm gonna have to reread it because some shit I just have to chew on more. But one of the interesting things, it was talking specifically about career, but it was like, you know, you build up this identity capital, and this is the kind of things that like make up your life that don't make sense at the time. For example, if you have a degree in art history, but you end up totally changing and wanting to work in tech, you take a computer science boot camp, you get a job as a developer, like when you're interviewing for that job, you know, you're almost a more interesting and more well-rounded candidate in some ways because look, here's this whole, I have this art history major, like it's unconventional, but I learned this about myself that pointed me to this, and like it just makes you more interesting. And even just with dating, with making friends, like you just seem more like well-rounded, and you don't seem more, you are more well-rounded because of those little diverging paths that weren't a prescribed like typical path that you think people take. Really, like that makes your story more interesting, that makes your holistic like worldview more informed, more nuanced, less typical. Like shit, am I tripping? It speaks on that at length in The Defining Decade. So I would recommend this for a bunch of other reasons, but that is just one point that I took from it. Also, it reminded me of what I read in this other book. This is by a therapist. She broke off an engagement and was like alone for a long time, and she was talking about how she dealt with that, and she was like, I created a schedule filled with goals linked to higher values that I hoped would bring me fulfillment and contribute to others as well. Why do I feel like I'm preaching on like a pulpit for like a church service right now, like the way I'm reading this out loud and like letting it sit after. Okay, anyway.
I can think of 50 different ways or 100 ways that we could talk about creativity today, and we could define it and redefine it and carve it up and serve it up like sushi in a bunch of different ways. But the body sends signals that most of us are, we have a kind of coarse understanding of. It's like, oh, my stomach hurts, or my stomach feels good, or I'm not sensing my stomach.
That's Rick Rubin on the Huberman Lab. I don't know if you guys have heard that podcast, but it's talking about how to access your creativity. And Rick Rubin is the same guy he's like a really famous, I guess he works with musicians, and he's worked with all kinds of artists. I have his book here, Rick Rubin, The Creative Act. I've been loving it. Anyway, snow outside, Monday morning. I'm about to go to the gym, lift heavy as shit, but I'm trying to start this new year thinking more about like learning stuff and like filling my brain with like positive, thoughtful, like intellectual things. When I was in high school and when I was a kid, like I always read a lot. I was always very curious about different things for no reason. I don't even know why I would read a nonfiction book for no reason. My mom would just take me to the library. I would just get a stack of books and just read stuff because it seemed to half interesting. I kind of want in this new year to get back to that stuff. Learn stuff for no reason other than that you want to and it's interesting. Even though I'm trying not to go into doing things because I want this desired outcome. If I learn this, then I'll be this type of person. But I am saying, even if you follow your natural curiosity, low-key, you become a more interesting person and you have a more holistic worldview and you can just bring more nuanced opinions to all types of conversations. Oh my God, I'm speaking. Okay, I'm gonna go lift. Bye, losers.
But she can't read, she can't read, she can't read, she can't read, she's bad. She can't read, she can't read, she can't read, she's bad. Oh, she's bad.
So, maybe this video has been all over the place. Anyway, this has kind of been what my head's been on for the past week or so. And let me know your thoughts on all of this and your thoughts on this video style in general. This is like week, I don't want to say maybe it's like 6 or 7 of posting YouTube videos. So, you know, still getting better. All feedback is appreciated. And please, as always, like and subscribe. I will see you next time.